and D'Angelo. What did you see from them tonight?
They've been playing great. I think, the ball's in their hands a lot, and they made plays. D'Angelo had 13 assists, I believe. It's, good balance between, being aggressive scoring and getting everybody involved. And I thought they both defended tonight.
Overall, what else stood out to you that contributed to this victory?
Team victory, everybody, I felt like everybody that came in contributed. I thought Jarrett Dudley was, huge, just making, smart plays at the end of the game. Everybody, Damari was good. I thought everybody that came in, that's the only way, you have a chance to beat this team if everybody plays well, and we did.
Kenny, with the way D'Angelo played tonight, did you get the sense at all that this particular matchup meant a little extra to him?
I don't like that stuff. But I just think he's playing good basketball. You'll have to ask him. I'm sure always when you play your former team, you want to kick their tail. He's been playing well, and he continued tonight.
Kenny, besides executing and actually hitting plays down the stretch, what's changed in the 6-game winning streak? When the loss to the Sixers and things like that, when Butler would get hot, another player would get hot, the team seemed to sort of slump a little bit, shrug their shoulders, but LeBron didn't seem to bother them too much tonight.
Yeah, I think it's confidence. I think it's just it steamrolls when you start getting a couple, and then a couple more, and now they're I can see the spirit on the bench. Even when the Lakers were making a run, I felt like the guys were talking on the bench, they're communicating. Our veterans are obviously huge with that, with the community. Ed was talking to them. JD's great with that. Damari. So just more of a confidence. Like I said, sometimes when you go through a struggle like we did, and you lock into what the issues are, and we spent a lot of time in the film room on the court, kind of going through things. I think that's paying dividends now that our failures have now become positive outcomes.
Coach, you mentioned the Lakers run there at the end. How important was Jarrett Dudley down the stretch?
It really was the key. I know D'Angelo hit a great shot, but he's that veteran. He's that guy you play with in the park. You come to the park and he's got tattered sneakers. He's like 42 years old, but the darn guy always stays on the court, and his teams are always winning. And you want that guy when you go to the park. You want Jarrett Dudley on your team because of the IQ's off the charts, and he plays so hard. He has been, quite honestly, a pleasant surprise. We weren't expecting this.
Coach, if people watching the highlights look at Jarrett Allen's block on LeBron, and maybe it's the first time they see something from Jarrett, but does that play surprise you guys at all?
No, because he's wanting to get dunked on. It's quite simply like he really is, and it shows what type of guy he is. It's not about his ego; it's about helping the team. And I thought that got us going. I thought that got the crowd going. And right away, right off the bat, it's like, man, this is high level NBA. This is Barclays, Brooklyn's home, and I thought he made a statement with that block. And I thought he went up for a couple others. I think Kuzma came down once and tried to get him. Like he's, if you're going to be an elite rim protector in this league, you're going to get dunked on sometimes. But great job by him sacrificing his body.
You mentioned that it's not about Jarrett's ego. I'm just curious. In D'Angelo's case, did you get the sense that this game? You said before the game you only thought of him as a net, but did you get the sense that this meant more to him? And secondly, if it did, are you impressed that he kind of stayed somewhat under control and didn't try to do too much and play too much hero ball?
Listen, I think part of his maturity is, and part of, I've never heard him talk about, bad about the Lakers or his experience. Like I just think he's a maturing player. And you'll have to ask him what he thinks about it, and he might give you a different answer, but I think he's so locked into doing his job well and improving. I was just thinking back when he was playing well, I was thinking about his summer. During the game, I'm like, man, that guy worked his tail off this summer, and it's really starting to pay dividends.
Joe Harris played 38 minutes and looked like he ran a marathon out there. Can you explain the importance of how his off-the-ball movement?
That's unbelievable. He's like, I joked with Joe. I said, "You're not a three-point shooter anymore. You're a driver." And they're going to start to get downhill and get to the rim. He's really becoming a complete player, and I thought he made a couple of downhill drives off of screens, and one of them he punished ball at the rim and finished another one. But he's the guys find him too. The ball finds guys with energy, and we did a good job of finding them.
Kenny, on the right, was this kind of a continuation for D'Angelo of starting to play more with the pass, and has that kind of become a contagious thing on the team?
We have a lot of talks about it, and I think even at halftime we showed him one that we didn't want. And he gets it, he gets it. He doesn't fight on it. Once in a while fights on it, but for the most part he understands, and he's trying to improve on it. And I do think he's getting better, and he's still got a ways to go of finding that balance between scoring all the time and getting off it. But tonight I thought he had a real nice balance.
Great, thank you.
Thanks everybody.